come to order. We are about to begin the meeting of the Velva FFA chapter. Mr. Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they're at their stations, and report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The Treasurer.
Stationed at the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The Secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The Advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as need arises. I hope that my advice is based off of true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Mr. Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in absence of our President, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the President so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we follow the leadership of our President, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
There are 6 members and numerous guests present, Madam President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here?
To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess.
May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this meeting of the Velva FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matter which may be properly presented. Is there any new business?
Madam President,
Chair recognizes the Vice President.
I move that our chapter build a catapult for the United States Pumpkin Chunking Contest.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that our FFA chapter build a catapult for the United States Pumpkin Chunking Contest. All those is there any discussion?
Madam President.
Chair recognizes the Vice President.
I think this is a very good idea because it'll get our community involved with us and show that we can have fun. And there's probably a cash award that our chapter could surely use. And I think it would just be a very fun activity that all of our chapter can get involved in. So I ask you all to vote for this motion.
Madam President.
Chair recognizes the Treasurer.
I disagree with the views of the previous speaker. I do not think it'd be a good idea to go to this pumpkin chunking contest because we'd have to build our own catapult, which costs money, which I know we do not have as treasurer. So please stand behind me and vote against this motion.
Madam President.
Chair recognizes the reporter.
I disagree with the views of the previous speaker, as it does get our community involved in all this, and I think the kids would really enjoy it and really show what our FFA can do. Skip timing and pass this motion.
Madam President.
Chair recognizes the Sentinel.
I'm for this motion as I think it would bring our chapter recognition at a national level, and that would be great, and also be very educational for everyone involved in building it. So please get behind me and pass this motion.
Madam President,
Chair recognizes the Secretary.
I disagree with the views of the previous speaker. With doing this, it's a lot of money, and also there's a lot of liabilities with this. With doing this pumpkin chunking contest, people could get injured, and there's not a lot of places around Velva that we can do this. So stand behind me and fail this motion.
Madam President.
Chair recognizes the Treasurer.
I do not think this would be a good idea because we do not know where it's located, and if it's too far away, that costs a lot of money to ship people down there and ship the catapult. So stand behind me and vote against this motion.
Madam President.
Chair recognizes the Vice President.
This would be a very fun activity, and I'm sure all of our members would love it. I know that's a great way to get all of our members involved, which in our motto, it clearly states that our goal in the future, we really want to get our members involved in our chapter and be more all out in our activities. So I urge you all to vote for this motion.
Madam President, I rise to a personal question of privilege.
State your question.
It is warm in here, may I take off my jacket?
Seeing as how we're an official meeting, privilege time.
Madam President,
Sheriff has the reporter.
I still feel this is a great idea, as it'll be easy for us to get posters around town and just get our community involved, and I feel like it would be, we'd be able to find a place around Velva to do this, so get behind me and pass this motion.
Madam President,
Sheriff has the secretary.
I still disagree with the views of the previous speaker. Doing this creates a lot of conflict with everything. Everyone has busy schedules, and I do not believe that anybody would have time to build this. It's time consuming, and I just do not think that it'll work, so stand behind me and fail this motion.
Madam President,
Sheriff has the treasurer.
I move to postpone the motion indefinitely.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we postpone this motion indefinitely. All those, or is there any discussion? Discussion. Seeing none, we will now proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
No.
Motion fails.
Madam President, I call for a division of the House.
Madam President, this reporter was not properly recognized.
Point well taken. Madam Recorder, you may try again.
Madam President, I call for a division of the House.
A division of the House has been called for. All those in favor of postponing the motion, please rise. Be seated. All those opposed, please rise. Be seated. With a vote of 144 against, motion fails. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll now proceed to vote on the main motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
No.
Motion passes. Is there any other business?
Madam President,
Sheriff has the reporter.
I move that our chapter provide refreshments for an election officials at the local voting precedent for since on election day.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded that our FFA chapter serve refreshments for local officers at the town precedent. Is there any discussion?
Madam President.
Sheriff has the reporter.
I think this is a great idea to get our chapter involved in our community and really show them what we're about. And I think providing refreshments would be great to show that we like to be involved in our community. So get behind me and pass this motion.
Madam President.
Sheriff has the sentinel.
I agree with the views of the previous speaker. As we have a small community, it would be easy, since we only have one precinct, to provide refreshments for the community and whoever goes to vote. So please get behind me and pass this motion.
Madam President.
Sheriff has the vice president.
I'm against this motion because I don't see what would come for our FFA chapter. I don't think we're gonna get paid for it towards our chapter or anything, so I just don't understand the upside. So I urge you all to vote against this motion.
Madam President.
Sheriff has the treasurer.
I agree with the views of the previous speaker. I don't think we need to be wasting our time providing refreshments for other people and without getting any gain for our chapter. I know we need to concentrate on fundraisers for winter leadership coming up in January. So stand behind me and vote against this motion.
Madam President,
Sheriff has the secretary.
I disagree with the views of the previous speaker. Even though we may not be gaining money from this, we do gain a good reputation throughout our community by doing this. With helping people out and just giving them a little relief off of their voting, I think it's a great idea. So stand behind me and pass this motion.
Madam President,
Sheriff has the sentinel.
I move to amend the main motion by inserting the word and dessert after refreshments.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we amend the main motion by inserting and dessert after the word refreshments, so that the new motion reads that we serve refreshments and desserts to the official town precinct. Is there any discussion?
Madam President,
Chair recognizes the Sentinel.
I believe that if we have coffee, that a nice cookie would go with that. And it would be great to just have two options instead of one. Please get behind me and pass this motion.
Madam
President, I move the previous question.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded that we move the previous question. All those in favor, please rise. Be seated. All those opposed, please rise. Previous question, or be seated. Previous question fails.
Madam
Madam
President,
President,
Chair recognizes the reporter.
I am against this motion as we would have to have our members make bars and cookies and desserts for this, and I think it would get too complicated, and everybody has busy schedules, so I don't think we'll be able to fit this into our schedule. Get behind me and fail this amendment.
Madam President,
Chair recognizes the treasurer.
I agree with the views of the previous speaker. I think adding desserts onto providing refreshments would just make more work for us, and it costs more money for our chapter. So I urge you all to vote against this amendment.
Madam President,
Chair recognizes the vice president.
I think the reporter makes a very good point. We're already doing concessions for the volleyball team, and that keeps us fairly busy, and I know we all have very busy lives involved with other activities in our school, so I just don't think we have time, and once again, I just don't see the upside, so I ask you all to vote against this amendment.
Madam President,
Chair recognizes the secretary.
I still disagree with the views of the previous speakers. I believe this is a good idea, just to get a good name out for our chapter. Even though we aren't creating any profit from this, it's still a good learning opportunity and experience, so stand behind me and pass this amendment.
Is there any further discussion? Discussion? Seeing none, we'll now proceed to vote. All those in favor of the amendment, say aye. All those opposed?
No.
Amendment fails.
Madam President,
Chair recognizes the vice president.
I move to lay this motion on the table.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded that we lay this motion on the table. All those in favor of laying this motion on the table, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
No.
Motion passes. Madam Secretary, do you have a record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Madam President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should now come properly before this meeting? We are about to adjourn this meeting of the Velva FFA chapter. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag.